I would really just want to know what's going on because your boy is really just trying to play some video games and talk football. You know, I'm really just trying to play video games and talk about football because it seems as if the Cleveland Browns have made the moves to do what they need to do. You know what I'm saying? So I want to play some video games and talk about some football and answer some questions because I really don't want to do a regular ass live stream today. I want to do something different, figure some things out, and shooting people in the face before I get the hell out of here. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know who's in the chat yet. Y'all holler at your boy. Let me know what you're feeling, what you're thinking. Because it seems like the Cleveland Browns are making the right moves to put the right people around Shedeur. I'm finna kill this chicken. For him to be QB1. But I also feel like he's a dumb man. I also feel like there still has to be some adjustments, which they have done the right thing by putting linemen in place. You can't shoot. They are adding to the front line as they should. You suck as a Call of Duty player. All I know is there has to be. You still up? I couldn't see him because of that damn C right there. There has to be more. Oh shit! I know it has to be. No, we're not. We're not losing each other. Now the question is, now that it's almost draft season and free agent season is going to continue, free agent season is going to continue, and moving on to the draft, what do you do in the draft? Do you? I think they are drafting offensive tackle and receivers. This draft should be the focus. More than likely will be the focus. Simply because I hate joining in the middle of the games because there is no I knew your dumb ass was gonna be there. There is no uh did you just shoot at me, motherfucker? How? Yeah, we just got a tight end, and the draft is gonna be focused on receivers and offensive linemen still. Even though they just signed some offensive linemen in free agency. How? Even though they just signed some offensive linemen in free agency, the the goal is to stockpile offensive linemen because some of the offensive linemen they drafted were a bit older, and now you start stockpiling and grabbing younger offensive linemen, younger receivers, even though you got what you needed. What are y'all doing camping right there? You suck. It's gonna take a while. It's gonna take a minute, and the Cleveland media wants instant winners. I never understood that concept. What do you do? Cleveland media wants instant winners, and that is not how this is going to work. It takes a process to build a team. Even though Cleveland is not that far off, what are you doing? And people seem to think that they are miles and miles away from being great. They actually aren't. How do I not kill that dude? They are so much closer than people think. For the simple fact that the defense is already built. The defense is built, and you're not that far away from your offense. If once Shedeur shows what he is as a quarterback, it's going to be very, very hard for the Cleveland Browns not to be a really, really good football team. God damn, how far is that? Yeah, the Browns need safety, but that's what the draft is for. See, because they feel a lot of their needs in free agency, right? And when you feel a lot of needs in free agency, it allows you to get younger because now you have the older, more experienced players already on tap. Get your ass out of there. You know what I'm saying? So now you're able to get younger quicker and a lot faster. So it won't take as long to do what needs to be done. It's taken a lot of time. They are not a year or two off, is what I'm saying. It's not like they're so far off that they have to. Oh, okay, he went hard. Like they have to do a whole lot to get better. 7 wins, 5 wins last year, which 3 of those come from Shadur, would have probably turned into 10 wins if Shadur would have started the entire season. But due to the fact that Shedeur didn't start the entire season, they wanted to run with Flacco. They wanted to get Dylan involved, we'll say. And that Stefanski was on one. So it was the fact that if you started Shadur and he had the what's up, Selmo, and if he had the same opportunity that Flacco had, that Gabriel had, then your outcome would have been a lot different. And the Cleveland media wouldn't be as rough as they are right now. They would have a better understanding. They probably would still want another quarterback. Just so y'all know, the Cleveland media is going to always want another quarterback because that's what they're used to. They're used to hunting quarterbacks. They don't know how to watch a quarterback progress and get better each year and build around that quarterback. They haven't seen it, so they don't know what it looks like. All of this is foreign to the Cleveland fan base and the Cleveland media, trying to build a franchise and get a franchise player and a quarterback. All of it is new to them. They don't understand what it is. They don't understand what it looks like because they've never, ever seen it. Nobody in Cleveland's history has ever tried to build around one quarterback, one person, one anything. I'm not doing that. But it looks different for the Cleveland media when you're trying to build something around a franchise quarterback, which is something Cleveland has never had. You suck and you suck as a company, a record label, and a crew. But it's strange that all they do is complain about not having a quarterback. They don't complain about not having wide receivers. They don't complain about not having. He should have been dead. They don't complain about not having a lineman or linebackers or everything else in a generalized world that makes a football team better. They because they don't understand it. As a franchise, they don't understand it. As a team, they don't understand it. And that's their biggest problem. They don't understand what it takes to be great. God damn it, I wouldn't look at the screen. They don't understand what it takes to be great. Why y'all behind me? And I spawn right there. The hell? I don't understand. And the problem with the Cleveland media, what he thought he was going to do, jumping through that window like that. The problem with the Cleveland media is they're so starved to win that they want to win at all costs. I knew somebody ass was up here. Oh, come on, I ran out. Cleveland media is a joke. Yeah, Cleveland media is horrible on its face because they are, oh my God, as a group, the Cleveland media is a joke. No, I'm gonna kill you. I don't know how I survived that. But as a group, the Cleveland media is a joke simply because they refuse to accept what's been dealt, what's been given to them. And they just simply want more at all times. God damn it, why are you right there? They just simply want more at all times. And it's asinine to think that you get better. I gotta flip these spawns. They got a UAV up, but I flipped the spawns, so we got what we need to be. How do I not kill that jackass? But that's all right. I know where you at, boy. I know where you at, boy. I know where you at, boy. Too many variables. If the NFL is past the bull jump, Monkin on the up and up has them just counting. Shadur stands a deserving chance. Yeah, Shedur's gonna get his shot this year. You just up here chilling, right? Where you at? Shedur's gonna get his shot, and it's going to be behind me. Y'all not listening. Shedur's gonna get his shot. You shouldn't have took that long to kill that dude. Shedeur is gonna get his shot, and nobody, you gonna die. Put your hood up. All I know is at this point, shit's got to get better, and it's gonna get better. I don't like the start of this game, but we're gonna do a video in a minute. I'm just trying to get a couple of games out my system because I wanted to play. I know where you at on the other side of this Jeep. There you go. Shedur's getting his chance. And who shot at me? That's all you gotta do is flip the script. I'm good at this shit, is all I know. And I'm old as hell, but you know. No. It's at some point that what's the scope? We're finna lose. We are getting ready to lose this game. UAV is up. How the hell are y'all in here? Let me get out of there. Y'all didn't know? I'm snacks for real. I puts it down. But we're gonna go back to regular video in a minute. We're gonna do some we're gonna get off the bull crap in a minute. That should be game. But it's gonna take a minute for excuse me, sir. How are you behind me? But anyway, the game is ass. You just get random spawns from anywhere. How does he not die? How does he not die? That's game. That's game. We'll let it be what it is. That's game. We'll let it be what it is. But what I'm saying is, Okay, screen, snacks. What I'm saying is shit gets real. And it takes a minute. Why is my camera doing it? It's probably because I switched from my Elgato over to this camera. But what I'm saying is we have things like this going on.
Can't beat those guys out. What is he even still doing in the NFL? You know what I mean? Like that's a telltale sign that he's not even ready to, that he shouldn't even be in this league anymore if he can't beat those guys out. Like, we're talking about two rookies. So I understand there's a day that's coming where, like, the Shedeur fans and the people that still believe in Deshaun, like, they're gonna clash a little bit because I'm telling you, like, Shedeur, you might think Shedeur is the best, but if Deshaun, it's the same thing that happened last year at training camp. I said multiple times, they can't trick the people in that locker room. And whoever looks the best at training camp practices and in this competition, that's who's going to be a starter. Joe Flacco definitively looked like the best quarterback on the field during those practices and during those.
They tried it, though.
Yeah.
They tried to tell us that Dylan Gabriel was a better quarterback than Shadur Sanders. Right. They tried to trick the Gucci, as they tried to say. They tried it.
But that's also two rookies start from the same place. Yeah. And so now we have the evidence that
I wouldn't say the same place. But
but I'm saying, like, they were coming into the league at the same time. If they would have tried to sell you Dylan Gabriel over Joe Flacco, you would have been damn pissed at this football team that they were trying to sell you something like that. So that's my point. It's like,
well, Todd said it.
If Deshaun goes out there,
the players is going to win the competition. Right, the players is going to show you who need to be the quarterback.
If Deshaun goes out, I believe that at practice, Deshaun might end up looking like the best quarterback. And if he goes out there and looks like the best quarterback, he's going to be starting week one, whether you love Shedeur or not.
I think people cannot underestimate his motivation.
And I want Shedeur to be the starter.
I can't say that enough. People should not underestimate his motivation, just like people shouldn't underestimate Shadur Sanders' motivation.
Exactly. That's all we saying. Don't get it twisted. Because it's going to be a quarterback competition. And it's Deshaun and Shedeur. Even though we already know Shedeur is going to be QB1. I don't understand why you would think Shedeur is not going to be QB1. I don't understand. Todd Monkin has told you. Always throw right there in that hole. Todd Monkin has told you a million times that Shadur is his guy. Hello. And I don't understand why people keep getting it twisted. Shadur is that boy. Excuse me. How is he behind me? Get your ass out from up there. Come on, dog. It's gonna take. It ain't gonna take much for Shadur to win his starting job because the Browns are not committed to Deshaun as much as they are Shadur. It's just that simple. Shadur is the more viable quarterback. Shadur has a bigger upside now than Deshaun has. So there's no way. Did you shoot at me? For real? There's no way Deshaun, even though Deshaun has a better a better past than Shadur, his future is not brighter than Shadur. Deshaun has done more things than Shedeur has. Oh man, he followed me. Deshaun has done more than Shadur has in past projects, but when it comes to future endeavors, Deshaun is nowhere near what they want Shadur to be. Excuse me, buddy, while I whip this out. It's not going to take the time for Shadur to become great. Just like it didn't take Deshaun long to become great. Because Deshaun was already who he was, and the Shedur's skill set is not that far below Deshaun, is what I'm saying. So Shadur is already ready for the NFL as a whole. What the hell was that? But it's going to, let me go and get B real quick, because I'm trying to talk and I can't concentrate. Y'all give me a second. Let me go and grab this. Let me go and get B real quick. I mean, they pushing the C. Hey, look, camping ass was even right there. I'm finna go kill him because he ain't got no business camping right. Come on, dog. But what? Who is this on A? Big boy? Somebody up top. God damn, there's a lot of shots. Oh, they got me stop moving. I don't like this shit. Somebody's over here. Surprise, bitch. You suck as a Call of Duty player. How did that bite me? We're losing A, boys. I'm gonna need for y'all to get on B. Why are you laying down by the trash can? Why are they spawning on me? This is what I'm. Oh my God. Sometimes I hate this game. Just like that. Sometimes I hate this damn game. What's the score? 165. I need a triple cap to even. We finna get back into the regular bullshit because why in the hell was he not dead? And we got a jackass in the building. And I got slapped upside the face with a pistol. Even though sniper. Okay, I'm finna get back into the Shadur shit. This shit is. This shit is getting on my nerves. And I should have just went on Twitch. What the hell was that? Ultra lag. See, this is why I don't play video games like this. This is exactly why. Hello, camper. We are not losing Bravo. We are not losing Bravo. And I'm sick of this shit. Why are you right? Why are you right there? Just why is he right there? I mean, he's still over here. And I died for nothing. We're gonna lose. We're gonna lose. Game over. So like I said, we finna lose, game over. But like we had this talk about all these quarterbacks they've been talking about all season. Anthony Richardson, Malik Willis, hell, even Geno Smith entered the chat the other day, you know. And at one point,
I do think
Anthony Lima was like, hell, Shedeur can't even beat Anthony Richardson. And I'm like, you got to be the dumbest man alive. Listen to this.
I do think that Shadur Sanders could beat Anthony Richardson in a quarterback competition. I didn't think, frankly, I didn't think too crazy highly of Anthony Richardson when he got drafted or where he got drafted. So this is where it's like, well, a number 4 overall pick beating a fifth round, like, I don't see it that way. I see a guy who's played much more confidently with the Browns, and he's made mistakes. He's played confidently, much more confidently with a worse team with the Browns in Shedeur Sanders. I think I've seen a guy be better, more accurate with the Browns being in Shedeur Sanders. I think I see a guy who might have a better grip on our offense, possibly with Shedeur Sanders. Now, the last one is very speculative, obviously.
We don't know what it is.
Because we don't necessarily know exactly what it's going to be from day one. Shedeur Sanders is probably already getting himself ready for such an offense. But for Anthony Richardson, my opinion of him as a starting quality quarterback is so low that I feel that it would just be a tremendous mistake to bring him in and say, okay, you're competing for the starting job. Trading for a 5th round pick. See, this is what I got mixed up with. A lot of people were bringing this up even yesterday as I was driving home. And I'm hearing a lot of it. And I'm going, well, why are we arguing that he's number 1 if they trade for him? If they trade for him, if they trade a 5th round pick, that's just a 5th round pick. That's currency. Okay? That's currency. If they trade for him, do they have to sign him to a long-term deal? Absolutely not. They don't have to do that.
No.
So in my thoughts, it's going, all right, if they were to trade for him, fine, knock yourselves out. But if you wanted to make it some sort of a competition, like, that's it. We're not, like, that's as far as it goes as a competition. Then he has to go and outperform both Deshaun Watson and Shedeur Sanders to get the job.
Exactly. But what we saying is, what do you say? What's going on, Snacks? The Brown need big time receivers, O-line, and running back. Yeah, but see, in this free agency, the Browns did what they needed to do the most. They got linemen, they got veteran linemen, and they didn't pay a lot for them. If you listen to some of these radio guys, the Browns did the worst thing they could have ever did. The Browns did by getting these 3 offensive linemen, re-signing an offensive lineman, and now when you go into the draft, you're stacking for your future. You're getting better for your future. You're putting players together so that when you go out and start to recruit, when you start your draft, you start drafting the pieces that you need. Now you can get another young offensive tackle. You can get another running back. You can get another guard, and it won't cost you a shit ton of money because all those players will be on rookie contracts. They won't be 3rd, 4th year needing to re-sign for you to keep them. This is how you build for your future. You sign veteran players, and then you draft the younger players for your future. This is how you get better. You know what I'm saying? This is how you build. This is how you do that thing that they've been wanting to do, or they've been complaining about not being able to do and not having. This is how you do it. You do it by signing veteran players and drafting young rookie players. That's how you get better. That's how you stack players for the long run, not just for right now. The biggest problem with a lot of the Browns media, they want it right now, and right now is not it. Right now is not what you need. You can win right now, and you can get better right now, but as far as having a better future, God damn, I ain't killed that man yet. As far as having a better future, as far as having players on deck and preserved for the long haul, I don't know how I didn't kill that dude. You start stacking players in the draft. You know, you got you some free agent players. Now you draft some players. Now you get better. You just get better all the way around. You just don't get better in free agency. You get better in the draft. You know, that's how you get younger. That's how you stay young, because it's a constant rotation. And what the Browns did, the reason everybody keeps saying Deshaun's contract held the Browns back, it wasn't Deshaun's contract. It was the Browns drafting poorly. You might have gave up your 1st round picks, but you didn't give up your 2nd round picks and your 3rd round picks and your 4th round picks. You didn't give all those picks up. You know what I'm saying? And they keep trying to blame it on Deshaun. It's not Deshaun's fault. It's the Browns' fault for drafting poorly, for not doing their job. And it's mostly on D. Podesta because they brought that jackass in and he wasn't a football guy. He was a baseball guy. And he was a heavy influence on the draft. He was a heavy influence on what the Browns were doing. So you screwed yourself by not preparing for the future. All the linemen that you have are old as hell. All of them contracts expired at the same time. So that means you hadn't drafted any freaking linemen that were worth their salt. You know what I'm saying? You hadn't done anything. You didn't get better. You got worse because your linemen got old and you couldn't replace them. That was Cleveland's biggest problem. They did the most with less. And they didn't try to get better. And this is why they are in the position they are in right now. Because they didn't do the best with what they had. They tried to do more with less, which is stupid. Since when do you try to do more with less? Who gave you that idea? How y'all let them get C like that? I keep killing that dude. I know he mad. Somebody cheating. You see him out there on the edge of the map? Dumb. But yeah, that's how you get better. You don't get better. How is he not dead? You don't get better by waiting until your entire offensive linemen are too old to play doggone football. How is he not dead? That's how you get better. You get better by drafting players, and they didn't do that. They did not draft players for their future. And it's excuse after excuse after excuse. But as soon as D. Podesta left, Andrew Berry got better at his job. Why is that? Because that influence was gone. Soon as D. Podesta left, Andrew Berry got better at his job. The team got better. So what does that tell you? Their drafting process was poorly affected. Means somebody wasn't doing their job. That's all it is. Somebody wasn't doing their job. And in order for people to do their job, they have to be focused on one thing. And D. Podesta was focused on baseball, not football. Football was his thing. Now, this year, Andrew Berry has no D. Podesta in his ear. Watch how this draft process goes. That's how you gonna determine what you got in Andrew Berry. People are out on Todd Monkin. People feel like Todd Monkin is not the people feel like Todd Monkin is not the right head coach. Todd Monkin is probably the best head coach that they will be then hired in years. In years. Because Todd Monkin has spent so much time as an offensive coordinator. He has done so much in that position. And he has also been a head coach in college. So he understands the roles of both the offensive coordinator and the head coach. The man just turned 60 years old. And his offense was innovative with Lamar Jackson. And people think that he needs a quarterback like Lamar Jackson. And he doesn't. He doesn't need a Lamar Jackson prototype to be good. Because he's able to work around a lot of different quarterbacks. He doesn't have one system. He doesn't have one style of play. Ooh, I ain't never played this map. It's a new map. I don't know how this gonna turn. Ooh, you can fall down there. But we gonna see. I don't think that Todd Monkin is ass. I think Todd Monkin is going to be better than most people think he is. For the simple fact that Monkin has done it before. You know what I'm saying? Monkin is not new to this. This is not his first time on the job. What your ass? It's not his first time. Can I get up there? No. Oh. I don't know this map. This is the first time me playing the map. These new maps. Hell. I don't know nothing about this map, man. That's why I'm walking around the outskirts. Because I don't trust people. Monkin is going to be the difference maker when it comes to this quarterback room. Monkin is going to be able to see things in a different light. Plus, he has no biases when it comes to the quarterbacks. He might like Shedeur more than he likes Deshaun. But then again, ownership likes Shedeur. I don't like this map. I don't know this map. I got to figure it out. Ownership likes Shedeur more than they like Deshaun, probably. It's like it's taking what people don't understand about Todd Monkin. What people don't understand about Monkin is that Monkin is a no-nonsense quarterback. OC. Monkin is a no-nonsense OC. Monkin has no designated system to run. I hate this map. Monkin has no designated system to run. He adapts his system to his quarterbacks. And he improves upon the things that they can't do and what they do great. He finds a way to put it in his game plan in different ways. Just like that tush push that the Ravens ran against Cleveland, and instead of the quarterback, it was the tight end. Instead of going up the middle, they went round the corner. It's things like that that Monkin is able to bring to the table that Kevin Stefanski wasn't able to do. Kevin Stefanski is not an adjustment head coach. Kevin Stefanski never made an adjustment mid-game in his life. And I didn't see one all season. And while we were doing those live streams on Sunday, I was screaming for them to make adjustments because I'm seeing what the defense is doing all day, every day. I'm finding the weaknesses in the defense. And if I'm seeing them, then you should be seeing them because you are making millions of dollars to figure this out. Under Todd Monkin, Lamar Jackson should have had two MVP seasons. He got cheated out of that last one. And you can't argue with me, argue with your mama. He got cheated out of that last MVP because they got tired of Lamar winning MVP. You already got two. You don't need them up. You're winning them too close together. So what? You didn't get mad when Peyton Manning was winning MVPs back to back, but wasn't going to no Super Bowl because Tom Brady kept telling him, sit your little ass down over here in this corner. Let me go get my trophy. But Lamar, he couldn't get his back to back. They wanted to be upset. But that's what type of offense Todd Monkin produces. You have to understand what you got in your head coach and what he's capable of as an OC. He's able to see things and adjust on the fly. Not wait till next week and let's try to fix this here. No, let's change this right now on the sideline. Everybody come over here. This is how we gonna change this play real quick. Because this is what they're doing. When you see this guy should be open, this man should be open, or we gonna run it this way. Just flip it. That's what you get with Todd Monkin and his pass rush and his passing coordinator. They are able to see things in real time and change it. Kevin Stefanski didn't offer you that. People don't like Todd Monkin as the new hire because he's not sexy. He ain't young. But Todd Monkin has more player-related abilities than any of those coaches that they would have hired. They wanted the DC back. For what? He is not going to put into your players what Monkin is. Monkin is a player's coach. Players like this guy. Shedeur has met with Todd Monkin on several occasions. He got his playbook. He's probably meeting with his doggone quarterback coach, learning what you need to do. Oh, man. Yeah, it's just those types of things that Todd Monkin is able to bring to the table. And people don't understand it. And people want to try to throw Todd Monkin under the bus, talking about he too old. This might be his last shot. This probably going to be the only shot that he needs. Because the way Andrew Berry is doing his job right now, they getting ready to play some football. And if the draft goes the way I think it's going to go, they gonna be ready to play some football. This division, this AFC North, is not as strong as it used to be. There are 3 new coaches in this division, Todd Monkin being one of them. Cleveland already has the strongest defense in the conference. They just needed to get better on the offensive side of the ball. They got 3-4 new linemen, re-signed 1. Their front line is remade already. Now, you go draft you a few. Now, they might sign a wide receiver in free agency. They just got a linebacker. I know this linebacker personally, so I know he good. I know he about that life. They are doing the right things in free agency. They're not spending a ton of money. They're not getting the sexy hires or the sexy picks. They're getting the people that they need. This is what you call building a team. And they're building it in the right way for the future. And you're going to hear them say Shadur needs to play all 17 games, and then you can assess what you want to assess next season. No, Shedeur needs to play all 17 games, even if he doesn't have the year that you expect him to have next season. He still should be QB1. Why do you say that? Because when you listen to the Cleveland media, all they're going to tell you is that Cleveland needs to be drafting a quarterback. No, Cleveland don't need to be drafting a quarterback. Cleveland needs to be building around their quarterback. And that has been Cleveland's biggest problem. They haven't been building around their quarterback. That's what Cleveland hasn't been doing. Now, this is what they need to be doing. Building around their quarterback, getting better, extending their franchise to be better in the long run, not just right now. That's what good NFL franchises do. That's how franchises get better. That's how they win Super Bowl. You think the Eagles built their franchise on mud and water? Nope. They built it on players that they could trust. They built the offensive line first. That's how the Eagles won their Super Bowl. They built their offensive line first. Then they went and got them some receivers. That's what they did. Hello. I'm getting up out of here. That's how you get better. Wait a minute. Why was you right there? That's how you get better. But these Cleveland reporters are so concentrated on winning right now. Why are you so in a rush to win right now? That has never been what the Cleveland Browns do. They have never been a win right now franchise. They have never been that. So what's so important that you have to win right now? But we gonna see. We gonna see what they are able to do when it comes to the draft and the rest of free agency. They screaming it's going to be a quarterback competition. It's not really going to be a quarterback competition for real, for real. Deshaun and Shedeur, they ain't going to compete. They're going to have some quarterback battles. But I'm pretty sure that Todd Monkin is already high on Shadur being QB1. Where am I going to go? It don't even matter. How do I not kill that dude? But that's what's going to take place. There's somebody over here on C. But that's what Monkin is. How? And that's what Monkin is, and that's what you should expect this season from the Cleveland Browns in terms of getting better as a team. Why does it take you so long to kill that dude? Can't count on your teammates in the game, Todd. Now it's one in that window, but it is what it is, man. I don't even care at this point. How does he kill me? Leon, I'm gonna make some videos today. I might make 1 or 2 videos a day. I just needed some I was in a little bit of brain fog. What the hell? All of y'all right there? God almighty. And I needed to get some of this craziness off, so that's why I jumped on the game, man. But, I wanted to hang out with y'all for a little while. But I figured we'd do it a little different today, just for a minute, just for one time. And I ain't got my other camera set up. So we couldn't get that together. How we losing B? Where these motherfuckers at? Ain't nobody on A? How does he spawn right there on my hip? But ain't y'all understand what I'm saying about Todd Monkin? About what you should expect? How do I not kill that dude? Okay. When shit like that start happening, that just let you know you need to get off that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, let me fix this camera. Let me fix this camera, dog. All that jumping around and shit. Had to get it together and get it right. You know what I'm talking about? Ooh. Oh boy. But that's the type of thing you can expect from Todd Monkin. It's gonna take a minute for everybody to see it sink in, and then once OTA start and people see that Shedeur is getting the reps that he should get, that he is being treated like a quarterback, then the real BS talk is gonna start. Oh my. The real BS talk is gonna start about this, about what they gonna do when what's gonna happen now. Quinshawn's coming back. Gonna draft some receivers. We're gonna be good. But anyway, man, I'm gonna get off of here. I'm gonna make some videos, give y'all some real entertainment. So I appreciate y'all for hanging out with me for a little while anyway. But I'm gonna get out of here, man. I'm gonna holler at y'all. Peace out.